Hey everyone, let's talk about something we all experience. Overthinking. It's that nagging feeling that creeps up on us when we least expect it. That voice in your head, second guessing every decision, every word, every move. It can be paralyzing, making even the simplest choices feel monumental. It's familiar, right? Like a constant loop of what ifs and should haves. This endless cycle can drain our energy and leave us feeling exhausted. We've all been there. Overthinking is the ultimate productivity killer, the joy thief. It robs us of our peace of mind and keeps us from enjoying the present moment. It keeps us stuck in our heads, afraid to take action, afraid to truly live. We become prisoners of our own thoughts, unable to break free. But here's the thing. You're not alone in this. Many people around the world face the same struggle every day. We all have that inner critic, that voice whispering doubts and fears. It's a universal experience, something that connects us all. The key is not to silence it completely. That's impossible. Instead, we need to acknowledge its presence and learn to coexist with it. Instead, we need to learn how to manage it, to turn down the volume and reclaim our power. Through mindfulness and self-awareness, we can regain control. This is my story, my journey from overthinking to overachieving. It's a path filled with challenges, but also with growth and self-discovery. It's about recognizing the problem, taking action, and ultimately choosing confidence over fear. By embracing our struggles, we can transform them into strengths. I used to be crippled by overthinking. It was like a constant shadow, always looming over me. I remember this one time, I was invited to speak at a conference. A huge opportunity, right? It was something I had always dreamed of. But instead of excitement, I felt a wave of dread. My mind was consumed with fear and doubt. What if I froze on stage? What if I forgot my lines? What if people hated my talk? What if they thought I was a fraud? My mind raced with every possible disaster. It was like a never-ending loop of negative thoughts. I spent days agonizing over my presentation, rewriting it a dozen times. Each version seemed worse than the last. By the time the day of the conference arrived, I was exhausted. I had barely slept the night before. The overthinking had drained all my energy, all my enthusiasm. I felt like a shell of myself. I ended up giving a mediocre talk, my mind still buzzing with anxieties. I couldn't shake the feeling of failure. That experience was a turning point for me. It made me realize how much overthinking was holding me back. I realized overthinking wasn't just an annoying habit. It was actively sabotaging my potential. I knew I had to make a change to find a way to quiet my mind and focus on the present. Overthinking is a trap. It tricks us into believing we're being productive, that we're solving problems by endlessly analyzing them. But the truth is, it's just fear disguised as careful consideration. We get so caught up in trying to predict every outcome, control every variable, that we end up paralyzed. We're too afraid to make a move, to take a chance. And what's the cost of all this overthinking? Missed opportunities, unfulfilled potential, strained relationships. It erodes our confidence, our joy, our ability to truly experience life in the present moment. But here's the good news. We can break free from the overthinking cycle. first step to overcoming overthinking is simple action. It might sound too easy, but trust me, it's the most effective way to break free from the chains of your own mind. Nike had it right, just do it. This slogan isn't just for athletes. It's a mantra for anyone looking to overcome mental barriers. Don't get bogged down in endless analysis. Overthinking can paralyze you, making even the simplest decisions feel impossible. Pick one thing, one small step you can take right now to move forward. It doesn't have to be monumental. Even the smallest action can create momentum. Don't overthink it, just do it. The key is to start, no matter how insignificant the action may seem. The act of taking action, even a small one, breaks the paralysis of overthinking. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. For me, it was as basic as committing to a daily writing schedule. This simple commitment transformed my approach to creativity and productivity. No more agonizing over every word. No more waiting for the perfect inspiration. Just write. And you know what? The act of writing itself became my inspiration. The more I wrote, the easier it became. Each word, each sentence built my confidence and silenced my inner critic. The voice of doubt was still there, but it was quieter now, less insistent. With each step forward, I found a new strength within myself. Our minds are like mischievous monkeys, constantly swinging from one thought to another. Mindfulness is about taming that monkey, training it to focus. It's about being present in this moment, not dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Meditation, even for a few minutes each day, can help train your mind to be still, to observe thoughts without getting swept away by them. It's not about stopping your thoughts altogether. That's impossible. It's about creating space between your thoughts and your reactions. That space, that pause, is where you find your power. One of the biggest drivers of overthinking is the fear of failure. We get so caught up in trying to be perfect, to avoid any mistakes, that we never truly try. Here's the thing. Failure is inevitable. It's part of the process. The key is to reframe failure. To see it not as an ending, but as a learning opportunity. Instead of beating yourself up over a mistake, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? Embracing failure, seeing it as a stepping stone to success, takes away its power. It frees you to experiment, to take risks, to grow. Confidence is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start by setting small, achievable goals for yourself. Each time you accomplish a goal, no matter how small, it's a win. Celebrate your wins. Acknowledge your progress. It doesn't have to be anything grand, just a moment of recognition, a mental high five. These small wins build momentum. They fuel your belief in yourself. Remember that conference I told you about? After that disastrous talk, I didn't give up. I kept practicing, kept pushing myself, and you know what? I got better. Perfection is a myth. It's a moving target, an illusion that keeps us striving for something that doesn't exist. And honestly, it sounds pretty boring. Life is messy, unpredictable, and full of surprises. That's what makes it interesting. exciting even. Embrace the imperfections, the unexpected detours. Focus on the journey, not just the destination. Find joy in the process of learning, of growing, of becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, you don't have to have it all figured out to move forward. Just take one step, then another, and trust that you'll figure it out along the way. You are capable of amazing things. You have talents, passions, dreams waiting to be unleashed. Don't let overthinking hold you back any longer. Start small, take action, and celebrate your wins. Be kind to yourself, embrace the imperfections, and trust the journey. It's time to quiet the noise in your head and start living the life you were meant to live. The world needs your unique voice, your unique perspective. So go out there and make it happen. I believe in you.